Hey YouTube, one quick video before I decided to quit for the day. Just figured, what the hell? Show a video of the Archangels. Or that's just what I call them real quick here. These are all the HQs I have for my Blood Angels army, and I've separated them into 4 groups. The Chaplains, the Reclusium, the Captains, the Captaincy, and then the Librarium. Librarius, I think it's Librarius. I think it should be Librarian, but whatever. And the Librarians. And then I have the specials. So let's start with these two guys. So here's my Commander Dante. You can definitely tell he's well used because his axe is gone. His axe is gone and he's primed white. That's how you can tell Commander Dante has been used a lot. I think it's a pretty, considering how old it is, I think it's a pretty good sculpt. Although rumors say we're gonna get a new character sculpt. And my money is on, if it's not Mephiston, it's Dante. And I actually don't know which one I'd like more, because if they redid Mephiston, I might have an excuse to get him. I never really liked the model, and I never used him too much. So I never really got Mephiston. But this is Dante. Let's talk about Dante. Honestly, grim news for poor old boy Dante. I don't feel like he's gonna like the new update. I feel like he's gonna stay unwieldy, and he's gonna lose the nerf power of his mask, and I think he's going to come more into line with the Data Slate Dante, where there's nothing really special about him, and his no scatter while deep strike will most definitely become a warlord trait, which any captain will be able to roll, but he will just get automatically, which I think is a huge cop-out. I think warlord traits like that are just dumb. Let's move on to the Sanguine. I feel like he will benefit from the new update. The Sanguine as is a cool model with, I think, cool lore. People are divided on that. And he can be effective on the battlefield, but he is really let down by the fact he can't join squads. I've had him shot to death by 2 Necron Immortals in one turn. It wasn't a fun time. I did a small little swap there. Those are Astra, the Grimm's Wings. I think it suits him much more than the ones that he comes with. It gives him a softer look, which I think the Sanguine fits better. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? He looks like he's rising, and he looks like he's being angelic rather than being sharp. That's just my view. Very rudimentary blood chalice. Which, by the way, why doesn't he get Feel No Pain and Furious Charge to everyone? I think he does get Furious Charge to everyone, actually. Moving on. You can tell I haven't used a Sanguine in a while. People say he's going to be the Lord of War. I don't see it. People say these guys are going to be our Lord of War for the next codex. I do not see it. They have to make them both substantially better to be Lord of War. My money's on Mephiston. So here we're starting with the Reclusium. This is my default Reclusiarch. Purity Seal's trailing off him. He has the, I don't know his name. It's the Special Minotaur's character. He uses that guy's helmet and uses a Sanguinary Guard body. And his special, I think it's a Dark Angel's backpack right here. His very poorly constructed Crozius Arcana was originally a Granite Warding Staff with the bottom cut off, and then I somehow got a piece of a Blood Angel's Thunderhammer that was severed off, so I put it on the end, and then I had a piece of a Finecast Librarian Force Staff, and I cut off the end of that and I put it on top. So it looks kind of mix-matched, but from a distance I think it looks good. Come on, focus. These guys are kind of hard to see the detail of because they're all black. Doesn't want to focus. Maybe that's a cue to move on. You can tell this guy is also old because he too is primed white, which for a black model doesn't make much sense, but there you go. He's also made of pewter or metal. I don't know which one it is. He is an old fellow. He's been with the chapter for a while, and purely by the virtue of having a primary color black, I think he was painted very well considering my talents at the time. The only piece of real conversion work on him was gave him the little Alatus Caldere, half Alatus Caldere from the Death Company kit. I think he's a cool model. Unfortunately, I think Reclusiarchs really have their home in the Death Company, and if you put this guy in there, the Death Company can't overrun things, which is, it kind of hamstrings them to say the least. Reclusiarch with our Chaplain with a jump hack. This guy spent a lot of time pretending to be Lamar DS. I'm actually thinking of ordering Lamar DS, a real Lamar DS, to come along with my Codex Predator. evidence of my painting ventures back when I was in, gosh, what was it, sophomore year of high school, almost 3 years ago. And then the best part of the Reclusium, well, arguably the best part of the Reclusium, is my Astra the Grim. Done a lot of work on this guy. Switched out his wings, switched out both his arms. Okay, maybe not so much work, but I think it makes him look different, to say the least, from all the other Astras out there. I hope they bring down his points cost in the next update. I really hope that they keep their synergy with the Death Company. But most of all, I hope the Axe Mortalis swings an initiative on the charge. I don't want him to swing initiative all the time, just on the charge. I think that would be a really good solution to all the Blood Angels characters with axes. Because as it stands, Dante with initiative 6 with striking initiative 1 is not right. That's not how it should be. Just focus. There we go. It doesn't focus automatically. So next we have the Captaincy. This guy is my stand-in 7th Company Captain, the Lord of Skyfall. He's got a Thunderhammer. One of his eyes is painted really well, but the other eye is painted really poorly. His left eye is painted very poorly versus... No, his right eye is painted very poorly versus his left eye. See, the jump pack is magnetized. Comes off. I give him a Thunderhammer instead of the axe. But as we all know, it's fine cast, so it's a droopy Thunderhammer. We'll just say it's a curved handle for improved whatever or something, just like what's-his-face from Star Wars had that curved lightsaber. Count Dooku. Okay, he's got a backpack that magnetizes on, but I can't find it, and you're staring at a photo, or at an image of my blurry model, so let's move on. I hate the Captain Tycho sculpt. I take back what I said earlier. If it's not Mephiston, it's probably going to be Captain Tycho, because his sculpt is awful, so I made my own. And I think, compared to the old one, it's substantially better. On its own merits, you be the judge. I like it. He's got his combi bolter with the ammunition, dual drum mags. His combi melta, sorry. And a cape, which is also from the Minotaur's chaplain character, whose helmet was donated to my chaplain. Very, very, very rudimentary job with green stuff to repose that arm. Looks like he's got like a hive of insects growing in his elbow. But if you look at it from the front, it looks like the dead man's hand. And there's an orc head generously donated by Froylan of the 40k Club fame for Captain Tycho to stand on. His legs have been repositioned. And he's made pretty much entirely out of Sanguinary Guard. Theirs is a... Hold on, focus. Focusing. Please. His mask, Tycho's mask, is very, very rudimentary as well. It's literally just a blob of green stuff that I poked a little hole in. Doesn't cover his mouth at all. So you can clearly see that Tycho is not grinning in a raucous smile like it says so in his lore. Here's an interesting one. This is my Captain Carlane. I made him about a year before they were making the Captain Carlane that they have now, and surprisingly, I was pretty close to what he has. The Captain Carlane that I made has a Thunderhammer, an Angelus Bolt Gun, and a Storm Shield. The one that's coming out has a Thunderhammer and a Storm Bolter, which is kind of similar. I just wish he had the Storm Shield. He'd be pretty good if he did. Even in Terminator armor. This is the other half of that character pack from Forge World, the Minotaurs guy. Asterion Moloch, the chapter master of the Minotaurs, has been repurposed to be Captain Carlane, the Shield of Baal. I think that's a promotion. I think that's a better lot in life, to be a Blood Angel rather than a Minotaur. It's got a really cool cape. I love capes on Space Marine models. A Storm Shield that actually looks like it'd give you a 3++. And he's actually quite a big model. He's clad in Tartaros Terminator armor, I believe this is. And it's a good set of it too. I made my own lore for Carlane back when there wasn't any, and that in the scabbard there is a demon weapon given to him by the Inquisition, which he uses to banish a demon prince during the battle for the Fortress Monastery at Bale that is hinted at in the Codex. And then the last captain. This captain was my self-insert fanfiction Captain Nicholas for a while, but he really fell out of favor because Blood Angels captains aren't that good. I use him as... I've been wanting to use his Nicholas on his shoulder. That's That's embarrassing. But he's made with the Space Marine Commander kit along with some Sanguine Guard stuff. I've been meaning to use him as Malakim Foros, the Lamenter's captain / chapter master. I'm not sure what rank he has. I'll look that up later. But Malakim Foros is alright. If he loses a wound, he gets rage and he gives it to the squad he's in. His Glaive and Carmine is AP 3, +1 strength. This is like a Glaive and Carmine cutlass, because the tip's been broken off. Honestly, I think it's a crime for any Space Marine character to have close combat attacks of AP 3, but 6th and 7th edition, what are you going to do about it? So that was the captaincy. These 4 guys right here. And then finally the Librarium. And these guys aren't finished. Nick, why are you showing us models aren't finished? Well, because we have no videos on our channel. Just back down. This guy is pretty completed though. This is the fine cast Terminator Librarian. I think force staves aren't that good. Why not just take a... He can't take a fist or a hammer, so just give him the axe. My philosophy is, why take an axe when you can take a fist? 10 points more, you get double the strength. That's my philosophy anyway. People try it. A lot of people go cheaper is better. I don't think that's the case all the time. You're already spending points to arm him, why not? I digress. But he's got a storm shield. I like to put wings on my storm shields because I feel like storm shields are way too small to be giving a 3+ invuln. You can talk to me about the technology and then whatever, but that is tiny. That's like a buckler. It's not a shield. A little bit of freehand on the knee pad. Not that impressive, mind you, but it's still freehand. The red sash. And the giant ass book on his shoulders. Books with no writing in them. It's a new page. A new page of history. So here's my Terminator jump pack. Back when I used to have my psychic powers, this guy would run with the assault squads, and he would give Shield of Sanguinius to everyone, which was fantastic. He's made with a Death Company jump pack and Sanguinary Guard, chest and legs, and a Dark Angel's head. And I think that book is also from a Dark Angel's kit, and there's a Sanguinary Guard glaive, and that's a Raven Wing biker arm, if I recall, and a granite shield on him. I don't know where the arm is from. I think that's also Raven Wing, but the hand is from the Sanguinary Guard kit. My original Terminator Librarian is a spare Grey model that I don't recall where I got it from. I think it was actually from eBay. I ordered one Grey Knight for like $2-3 just to make a Librarian. It's got a storm shield and a force sword. If you can date my army by the type of primer was used, and this was white, so this was a while ago. This was like when I was first getting into 40k. I found blue very easy to paint. I found it easier than red because I didn't just paint red. I did white primer, which is the wrong way to go about it. Then I did Mechrite red, and then I built up to blood red, which I don't like, versus just doing black primer and Memphis armor. But that's besides the point. This is a old Librarian model. I think it's 4th, maybe even 3rd edition era. I don't know. I wasn't playing the game around then. My friend Braulio gave it to me. He's been in the hobby since pretty much near the creation of 40k. And he just gave it to me one day along with like a bag full of like 2 other Marines and some spare bits. So I made a... He was missing his left arm in a backpack, so I found substitutes in an Angelus bolt gun and a Death Company backpack. And I painted him up to be my Librarian because I'm pretty sure he's actually supposed to be a Librarian model. Yeah, he's got... No, I don't know. Yeah, he's got the force sword with the skulls with horns. So he's definitely a Librarian. His name is Dracius. If you can see there on the thing. Space Marines like to write their names on themselves. That's just a thing. People do it all the time. Just my regular 100-point Librarian. Because yes, we still pay 100 points for those guys. Focus please. There you go. So there we go. There you have it, folks. There's the command structure of my Blood Angels chapter. I'm not going to be getting a new Carlian model because I already have a Carlian and I like him a lot more than the one they made. I can't really think of any other. Maybe Biker HQs is what I have left on my thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed me talking for, gosh, 15 minutes now. Jesus Christ, no one's going to watch this. Hope you guys have a good day. Happy wargaming.